Hey friends, it's Dimitri with Bashka Streetwear. So here's the month in review for November. I know it's the 4th of December right now, so it's a little bit late, but better late than never, right? So I did a whole lot of tweaks and improvements and all sorts of stuff this month. It was really, really busy. And Black Friday and Cyber Monday also happened in November, but I'll get to that later. So a lot of stuff that I did was basically on my website. One huge thing that I did that I haven't had before was an email pop-up. So basically it's like a 10% off coupon. It pops up and you add in your email and you get the code. A lot of websites have that, but for some reason I never had that or tried it in the past. So this month I was like, I'm gonna try it and see how it goes, and it went really, really well. And to me, I think it's a good idea because it helps bring down the barrier or the threshold for a new customer to get into your brand. You acquire their email right away, they get a small discount, and they can get an item for, obviously a little discount. So then they don't have to spend as like an exorbitant amount or too much money on something just to test out your brand. And oftentimes, obviously, if they like it, they're going to come back, right? So it makes it a little bit easier for the customer. And that worked out really well. So I have that running. When it was Black Friday, though, I did turn off that feature because there was already a larger discount for the Black Friday. And typically it's better not to have a bunch of combined discounts. Otherwise, you just leave no profit margin for your business doing stuff like that. So make sure that if you are doing a sale or something, you tweak and turn off certain settings depending on what you can swing for discounts on your store. One thing I did too was I started adding stock updates to product listings. So for instance, I had a popular t-shirt online and it was only available in like one size and the rest was sold out, but I was restocking it this month. So I put a little note there a few weeks before it came in so that people that might have been on the website during those couple of weeks, they would see that, and then they might be incentivized to come back when the drop happens because I have the item restocked. So that's something I'm gonna keep doing from now on when I do restock certain products. I did a huge improvement. So something was either updated or didn't have a setting correct on my Facebook checkout or the Instagram checkout, and I got that updated. So I saw a huge boost in traffic directly from like Instagram, from social media. And what that means is that it makes it easier for the customers to check out while they're in the app rather than jump through hoops to get to your website. And it's a feature that Facebook has, which makes it basically boost your sales. So I thought that was helpful. One thing too, this is an interesting one, and I'm probably gonna make a video about this. I took pictures of the stickers that I sell in context. So what do I mean by that? That is basically taking a picture of the sticker on a surface in real life. So here's an example on my notebook. I have a sticker that I sell. This one's on my website. And I personally think from experience and trying both that putting a mock-up of your sticker is kind of easier and better in some ways as your first product photo, but you need to include a sticker, like a picture of it in real life, like on something, and I think that really helps. And I noticed that there was an uptick in sticker sales as well after I did that. And it's kind of just fun, you have your mock-up, but then you're taking a real product shot of the sticker, not just, the sticker on white background. You're taking it as it's used in real life. Now, for clothing and other items, I don't recommend using mock-ups. I recommend taking the actual photo of the product. It's much better that way, so definitely go with that. Found a couple new shipping improvements. I found cheaper boxes that are the same quality. So, every month those shipping improvements, they add up, and I'm really happy about that. This was really weird, and this is something you guys need to pay attention to. I had a product that I had been carrying for like a year, and there was only like 10 t-shirts of it. It was just like a really just leftover and like a restock of something. And I was wondering, like, man, why is no one buying this t-shirt? And then I was like, let's investigate, because at least one of them will sell, at least one, even if it's like a not popular design or color, at least one person's going to buy it. I looked on my website, and apparently it was not on the sales channels, that checkbox was not ticked off on Shopify. And I was like, oh my gosh, they just had that product sitting there forever. Then I quickly fixed that, and then literally the same or the next day I got a couple orders for that. So now I can sell off that remaining stock of that one t-shirt. But this is advice for you guys. Make sure when you have product listings up, make sure all your sales channels are ticked off so that you are not having products that are floating on your website and they're not selling, and you're going to be like stuck with that inventory forever. And you might be wondering, then you look in it a year later and you're like, oh crap, I should have made sure I had that. And this actually happened another time in the past as well, although I caught that one faster. So now I'm very conscientious about checking that after it happened twice. So that's going to be something I think about more often. Another thing that I changed was I had a pigment dye black, that's what it's called, from the supplier. And, I see a lot of websites call it that, the hoodie, the style of the hoodie. It's pigment dye, but it's black. But when it's pigment dyed in black, basically the actual color is gray. It's literally not black, it's gray. And I had a couple customers confused about that. And after the second time, I was like, you know what? It is kind of confusing. It doesn't make any sense. And I don't care what the standard says in the industry or whatever. If the color is gray, then it's gray and it's not black, right? There is faded black and there is washed out black, but it's still black. But this one's clearly gray. I'm going to even show you guys what I mean by that. Here it is right here. Here's the logo hoodie printed on pigment dye black, but it's not black at all. Here's my black hoodie, and this is faded black too. You can clearly differentiate the color. So I changed that on my website, and I'm gonna always keep it just as pigment dye gray or whatever, or just gray, just so the customer is a little bit less confused and they know exactly what they get. And I think trying to communicate exactly what kind of product you're selling, the weight, the style, the colors, all that kind of stuff, the type of printing you do, whether it's like, sublimation or screen print or embroidery, you want to over communicate exactly what the customer is getting with their product so there's no confusion and they're not getting a surprise, basically. So that's definitely what you want to do. One other thing let's go on to Black Friday. So this and Cyber Monday, this was obviously one of the biggest things of the month, and it was crazy busy. For about 3 days straight, I was just packing orders. I wasn't really doing and taking care of other basic tasks in the office, like working on new designs and other things I need to do management in here. I was just really, really focused on packing orders. One thing that I did that I think was successful, aside from in previous years, I didn't do this. In previous years, I had a discount code that the customer would enter, which was an extra step for the customer. And it's kind of funny. Some people literally didn't enter the discount code. So during Black Fridays, I would get full prices on stuff because people just didn't enter the code. But this time around, what I did was I manually crossed out the price, and Shopify has that feature, and it has a compare at price. So it was a lot of work. I mean, it was probably a solid hour of going through product listings and doing that realistically, but it translated to a lot more sales. This Black Friday was probably close to double the amount of sales I had last year and previous years. Just tons of more orders, a lot of new customers. There was returning customers, obviously, but a lot of new customers. New customers are great, and Black Friday is a really great way to reach them because, like I said earlier in this video, the barrier to entry to your brand, the threshold to it is much lower. They have a deep discount, they can buy something, and then most likely they will like it if it's, good design, good quality. Then, after they had a good Black Friday experience and I shipped everything out really fast on time, then they're more likely to come back and buy something else. Or maybe they're just that kind of customer and they'll wait all the way until Black Friday again to buy something. But regardless, it doesn't matter. Doing that little tweak of the compare at price and then having the new price in red, that was a major boost in sales. I think it helped a lot. I also made the sale longer this year too, which is obviously a contributing factor. I was, and I did originally post that it was going to be 48 hours, but I was so busy and the amount of time it takes to manually correct all the prices, and I was shipping stuff out. I had to get stuff done on time on Saturday, so I like just didn't have time. I let the sale go on through Saturday, and that translated to more sales. Oh, and also I started the sale on Thursday, so it was Thursday, Friday, Saturday. The weird thing though, and I've done this in previous years and this year, and I'm not going to do it next year. There's a weird in between day on Sunday, and I don't have the sale running. I did have a few items kind of on sale because I didn't get to them at that time, but most stuff was totally off. But then there's Cyber Monday, and that's a huge part of selling clothes, Black Friday products, all that kind of stuff. So you guys want to do that as well. Make sure you have Black Friday and Cyber Monday are typically together. That's why it's called BFCM, on Shopify and other places. And for me, I also combine them, but I would change for next year. I'm going to just run the sale all through those days. I'm going to do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And so there's no like weird in between day on Sunday because that's just kind of weird. I didn't like it. I did have a longer sale. I advertised it more. So I was posting on my stories frequently throughout those days, like reminding people that there's a sale. You want to do this as well if you're on your social media and you have a good following. The reason why is because I mentioned this many times, but when you post something on social media, specifically Instagram, because of the algorithm, literally a large portion of your audience will not see it. They literally just will not know that you're having a sale until days later, which is why you want to have a sale that's longer than like 24 hours, 48 hours. You want to have like a 3, 4, 5 day sale and you want to keep posting about it because people that are on Instagram less frequently or simply because of the algorithm, they're going to be able to see they have a sale and they're going to be able to jump in on it. And that's going to be good for everyone, for you. Specifically with the Black Friday, it was really, really good because I moved a lot of older inventory and a lot of stragglers. I always have this issue with smalls or double XL straggling on the website. The shirt was popular, it sold out, but there's less people simply in those two categories for me personally that buy stuff. Most of my sales are obviously medium, large, and extra large. So this Black Friday was good because a lot of people were buying those. And the reason why that's important to me specifically and in general in e-commerce is that there's more, basically it takes up too much space on your website. If you have too many products clogging up your website, the customer might have decision fatigue. And probably half my website, it's literally just like the very few pieces left in stock that I'm just trying to sell through. So that helped clear out a lot of space in the website, and it makes it a little bit more simpler and easier for the customer. And the other thing in my plan for the new year is that I am transitioning, right now I'm transitioning to new hoodies. I was going to use a new t-shirt, but that fell through because of price constraints. But I did find a really great hoodie, and I'll show you guys that later. It's roughly the same price as the hoodies I use now. It's thicker, it's better. Everything about it is better, so I'm really excited about that. But that's going to be in December, and I will explain that. So yeah, that was basically November. It was a really good month. It was crazy. It was also my birthday, so I'm 28 now, which is cool. But overall, I think it was a really, really great month in this year. Got lots of improvements done, lots of tweaks on the website. It's just running a little bit better. And my plan for December now is to wrap up a lot of things. I still need to do a lot of more tweaks and little things on my website and stuff like that and get this year really wrapped up. I'm really close to finishing my goal. So this month is going to be really busy, just like November was really busy. Typically, November, December, and January are my busiest months, so I'm going to be just hustling a lot over this next quarter, essentially. So yeah, if you guys got any value of this video, or if you have any comments or questions, you can leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Thanks.